everybody, and welcome to the SL Nameless podcast, episode 3 with your boy Zula Landgraab. I got Junie to my left, and across from me, I got the ultimate clout chaser, Mousy. And today we're just going to get into a host of topics. But first off, oof, I'm so rude. Junie, I don't think the people out there met you yet. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Yes. Hello guys. I am June, also known as Pixel Chick Simmer. It is nice to meet all you guys formally. I'm a friend of Zula's and a friend of Mousy's. We're all besties together. And yeah, that's about it. I have a YouTube channel here called Pixel Chick Simmer, and yeah.
It's nice to have you actually on the show for once and not just getting yelled at by Mousy in the background of our other adventures. But
Hey,
I'm sorry. I had to throw that one out there. I was like, I got to start this off with heat. You guys know I like the beef. But what would you guys like to start off today? Are we going to take this virtual fame SL quiz? Are we going to bitch about Linden Labs, my favorite thing to do? Or you guys want to start somewhere else?
well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily bitching about Linden Labs. Am I back chatting you guys?
No, you're good.
Okay, I wouldn't say it's necessarily bitching about Linden Labs. It's just like, just thinking of ways that things can improve or giving our opinions on different things that comes up. So guys, just to put this in context for you, Zula, Junie, and I were at a party. The self-proclaimed trifecta here. We were at a party, and Zula was telling us about this app. It's called the Amino app, and Amino Drop the Acid app. Basically, it's an app that's sort of like Reddit, because Reddit's kind of dead, and it's a little popping. And if you type in SL, what do you type in SL Virtual World? You can find a quiz and all kinds of cool things and pictures and things like that. So we found a quiz on there, and what is the quiz called, Zula?
So just a correction, it's the Amino app and it's the Virtual Fame SL group. And they also have
Virtual
Instagram.
Fame.
Yep, and they also have an Instagram, Virtual Fame SL. And I found it just like being on Instagram one day, and I saw like one of my other followers, well, people I follow posted, and I was like, oh, that looks cool as shit, because they throw like parties and everything. And I was like, let me find it. But yeah, if you go on the Amino app and you search Virtual Fame SL, you'll get this really cool group that kind of just posts pictures and everything, like Mousy said, like Reddit. And they have a host of quizzes. So one of the quizzes is how updated are you 2020? And I took the quiz and I found out I'm not updated at all, like even in the least bit. So I ended up taking it like 40 times just to get through. But it's actually a great way to start into it. So do you have anything else, Mousy, that I missed, or are we popping in?
Oh, that's about it. Yeah, so I just thought we all thought it would be fun to take the quiz on this podcast and kind of discuss the topics that came up. And in case you guys are unaware of it, shout out to Bali Coco, because I noticed that this quiz was created by her. Zula told us about it, but we didn't really understand what the quiz was about until you actually took it. And he was telling us some new things in SL. So it's pretty informative and helps you.
And what was the last home added to Bulgaria? Bulgaria? Yeah, is it log homes, Victorian homes, boat homes, or caravan homes?
You know that one, Junie?
No, I do not.
I thought she would as a premium member. Log homes. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it on Naria Panther and Tim's video. They did a kind of live stream on it where they were visiting some log homes.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
So how do y'all actually like the Linden Labs homes? Like no sneak this, and I hate all the Linden Labs homes except for the boat homes, which are always full, and I can't get one. So
Oh yeah.
they're just
No shade. Yeah. Hard to get.
yeah. The boat homes are extremely hard to get, and I think all the other ones are just small and or if they're not small, they're ugly.
Yeah.
Definitely
No
like
shade, no tea. Only the Belisaria homes are good. Like the Belisaria homes are the ones that have the houseboats, and they also have like kind of cottage feel, kind of vibes going on. And those are cute, but then they have like these other Linden Lab homes, and the textures are just not up to par. Like, I'm so sorry.
yeah. And Belisarius is only one that has neighborhoods. Like the other ones, kind of just houses placed randomly. At least Belisaria has like a road. So it looks like,
Yeah.
actually nice, which I'm glad they did. But I didn't even know they did that until I watched Yorkie's 2020 video and I saw his like Linden home and I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, that's not a Linden home. And I like went back on the site and I looked at it and I was like, oh, they updated the Linden homes and they didn't let me know. Even I've been premium for like a year, but that's cool. What about you, Mousy? Do you like the premium homes? Would that make you buy premium or?
I'm not a premium member, so I don't know anything about the homes. The only thing that I know about the Victorian home because I saw that in one SL YouTuber's video, like they moved into a Victorian home, and I thought that was pretty nice. And I know when I first started SL, like a year, 7, 8 months ago. At this point, I can't keep track. When I first started SL, I there were like these kind of tan homes that everyone had. I have to agree, it wasn't like the best quality, and maybe it was older, and now it's more updated to the home that you live in, Junie. What sort of home do you have now?
So I have the cottage Creole home. It's kind of an updated texture. It's kind of like a neighborhood kind of house.
Okay. Oh, that one's beautiful. I had no issue with that. And like you said, Zula, the neighborhood aspect of it, where it feels like an open world, is really nice as well.
Same. That's the thing that made me go back because I actually got rid of my premium home, and then I went back and I got a premium home again, but then I couldn't get the boathouse, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this for a second time. But the next question is actually one that I think intrigues us all, due to us all being bloggers in somewhat a form of vloggers, or however you want to distinct us. But how do you guys? Oof. No, let me not actually cheat. Yeah, let me not cheat.
No cheating allowed.
It has been released to help support bloggers officially. So, actually, I don't have a choice but to cheat on this one because I had the screenshot.
Bloggers Network.
Yes, it is Vloggers Network. Thank you for knowing, and thank you for telling me not to cheat, and then you cheat. So that's cool. But yeah,
well, that's not cheating. That's not cheating because we kind of know about it. I have to be honest with you. As a vlogger, I don't know much about it because the name of it is Bloggers Network. So I don't know much about it. If anyone does know at this table, like, feel free to share. I am looking it up right now, though, as we speak. Okay, so this is what it says. And I'll just read a little bit. As a Second Life blogger that is looking to expand, reach a wider audience, if so, then you want to consider opting in to join the new Second Life Blogger Network. New community initiative aims to promote high-quality independent blog content to the Second Life community via high-visibility channels, including Second Life community page, social media channels, and eventually the official Second Life viewer login page. And then it gives you examples of the content that they want you to have. They ask you to review the terms and conditions and content guidelines. And once you're opt-in, you're eligible to participate. We will watch your blog for consideration for potential inclusion in our curated community news threads and social media channels. So basically, it's a way to get exposure via Linden Labs, but it looks like there is a sort of review process that you'd have to undergo.
Yeah, those content guidelines kind of scared me off too. Like, I know with the direction that SL pushes, just from previous things they've pushed, I don't really think it's going to be something that I would probably be able to do, or just some of the content that some people put out that I enjoy, I don't think would fit into that whole content guidelines for them.
Well, here's some of the examples they said. They don't want to promote images with nudity or copyright violating content will not be considered for promotion. So let's talk about copyright. I know with Paragon dances, if I get a dance or if I'm making a dance HUD video, which I've made, and there's music playing in the background, I will let the music play because it just makes more sense for people to hear. I know that there's non-copywritten music, but I feel like people will be more engaged and get into the video if they actually know the song. And if it's one of my favorite songs, it helps me enjoy my video a lot more too. It's not like the end of the world. It's just if I get views on that page and my channel happens to be monetized, that person just gets the money. And I'm A-okay with that. So I guess in this case, Linden Labs, would it be? That's what it sounds like.
I mean, I'm reading the community guidelines for it now, and it doesn't seem as though they're saying like a lot of the urban stuff will be kind of off limits. But I don't know, just seeing the stuff that they push on the pages already. I think we had that discussion on the first podcast, just about the image that Linden Labs wants to put out. I think it'll be really interesting to see which blogs actually get that push and which blogs do not receive that push. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I actually thought about making an actual blog and not just vlogging, but stepping into that writing sphere as well. So I guess me and Linden Labs got the same views for 2020. Do you have anything, June?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. I think it'll be definitely interesting to see the type of bloggers or which bloggers they choose, and which ones they don't. So,
One thing I want to get into, I think it's interesting that you said don't see a lot of urban stuff. Do you feel like things that are non-commercial? Because I feel like urban, it might be a dangerous category because I don't like that label at all because it doesn't matter if you're suburban, rural, whatever the urban, or even if you identify urban or non-urban by race, like people are so complicated and there's so many layers and tiers to people. Like I kind of don't like that label in general. When you say urban, what kind of content would you feel maybe excluded from Linden Lab's page? And I actually sent June a link, and I'll actually put it in our Discord. Do you feel like things that are non-commercial or there's a word that I'm thinking of, like just really commercial bubblegum, really vanilla. And vanilla may be a wrong word as well, but do you think those are things that may not be highlighted on the Progress Network community news page? I just sent you the link as well, Zula. Is this what you're thinking?
I think things that are vanilla are definitely going to be highlighted. Like I think SL wants to do like the whole promotion of the like the shopping events and like maybe the concerts and stuff like that. But that's only like 25% of SL if I'm being super honest. Like most of SL's definitely the clubs. Most of SL's the not just strip clubs, the regular clubs like AEG, like XL, stuff like that. But those are adult sims, and I don't see stuff like that getting a push, or even like events that like we go to. Like if I recorded at what did we just go to yesterday? The come on, Junie, you're like in a sorority. You have to tell us about that actually too. But what are those
sorority, fraternity?
Yeah, but it's just like a name for the event we went to, where they like introduce a new person.
Oh, it's like propagate or something like that, right? What is the word?
Oh, we're finna get roasted in the comment section about like a frat or
something. Oh, roast us in the comment section. Just give us the word.
Probate. There we go.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Probate.
Hey, look, at least we're not false claiming. So yeah, probate. So we went to a probate, and just some of the outfits people had on, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure SL wouldn't want to show. But I mean, that's how everybody dresses in SL. So it's kind of
facts. For sure. I mean, I don't even think the outfits were that bad unless I'm just immune to the thottiness.
I think you're just immune to the thottiness. But I mean, we all are. That's how we dress in SL. But I definitely think stuff like that is gonna be not highlighted or not shown as much because I mean the SL can't promote it. So that's my take.
So it's not necessarily when you say urban, not urban, but more not traditional. So non-traditional, conservative things you don't think will be put on that bloggers network. And you know what, Linden Labs or whoever works for SL, if you're watching this podcast, please feel free to tell us if we're wrong. Leave a comment section below, or even our watchers. If you feel that we are wrong and you have examples of things that are somewhat edgier and pushes the envelope a little bit in a tasteful way without being like pornographic, you could put it, or pornographic or just really outlandish, you could put it in the description below as well. But I think that's an interesting point that you make. You think it has to be conservative. I think that's the better word.
I definitely think SL is attempting to be conservative in my personal thought process. Just me looking at it, it just seems that that's the push that they're going out for, which actually is going to be my next question. Even though it's not, I'm going to cheat and make it my next question, which is due to COVID-19, Linden Labs lowered sim prices to $99 for estates, private, qualified, and non-profit organizations mainland. Which one do you think it is?
June, throwing that to you.
Okay. I'm gonna say the last one.
Which is
mainland. Actually, it's I wish it was mainland because that'd be nice if I could actually buy some mainland, but we can't do that. But it's qualified and non-qualified. My bad. Qualified and non-profit organizations. And Mousy, I know you felt pretty strong about them giving a discount to non-profit orgs. And not giving a discount out to regular people like me who pay a premium, or like somebody that pays $300 a month for a sim. But
I mean, And I say this in the most respectful, non-judgy. Well, it's going to be, I don't want to say non-judgy, but in a, I guess I'm criticizing, but in a constructive way. Well, I guess this is how I feel about it. I think that everyone should be welcome to SL, and if we can give a smaller discount to like nonprofit organizations that may be helping during this pandemic, or even give them space for free to work and meet, absolutely, I have no problem with that. I think that's a great idea. That's a phenomenal thing that Linden Labs is doing. But if it's just to offer, because I mean, there's restrictions in order to qualify as a nonprofit organization. Yes, we get that. We also understand that our people who kind of work the system a little bit in order to get that tax break. We're not getting into all of that. But the point is, I think that it would be nice to, charity first starts at home. So the people who have mainland that they're paying $300 a month US. I'm not sure what that converts into other currencies. It would be nice for those people to get a discount, because people all over the world are severely infected by this pandemic. I live in New York City. We are completely shut down. Like shut down. And then there are people in Italy that are really struggling with this, and other places in the world. And so if I'm a sim owner and I had a sim for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 1 year, 3 months, 6 months, I can't afford to pay my tier, it would be nice to get a discount. That's all I'm saying. And if you guys know of any discounts that have been offered to people who are actively engaged in SL and have been customers for a long time, please let us know. This is just my personal opinion. It doesn't make it fact, but I'm just saying I think charity starts at home.
I actually have an interesting one that I'm gonna throw it back to Junie and you. But so I was actually, when I was looking up the $99 Sims, I ran into an interesting forum post, and I heard it was a few of them just from the comment section. But a person actually said what you said. They said, why not during this time lower sim payments or just stop sim payments for people, because they know in real life they're not working. And I saw like a lot of comments, like actually a lot of the comment section went the other way of why would Linden Labs do that when they're a video game company and they need to make a profit, and if you can't afford your virtual world, that's not like a big deal because it's like in relation to real life. And I was kind of taken aback by that, because in my mind I'm like, if people are in the house and like it's not about like if you can't afford your game habit. Like for most people, Second Life is more than a game for them. It's something they really do every day. Even for like casual users, like I'm stuck in the house right now, like most people are. Like if you did actually lower the sim prices, or if you did actually like allow it for people that are doing these things, like stay at home or together at home, and you actually gave them a sim, like that would actually be cooler for me. Like imagine if something like Together at Home was at one sim. Like if that was just a sim with stores, and everybody set up their stores, and it was just like a week long event of all the stores like that, as opposed to like 7 days. I don't know, that was just something that was going through my mind. But how do you guys feel about it? And
Oh
about
my
like the
god, would
comment
the
section?
sim crash?
Probably the sim would probably crash, but I mean, it's ways around that.
In terms of life businesses or for-profit business, which SL is, I can understand that thought process of not wanting to give everyone a discount. I could also understand the thought process of nonprofits who may be helping with the pandemic, and maybe those who aren't, or might be helping adjacently by providing masks and supplies, or whatever, or people who are directly helping every day in the field, emergency workers, things like that. What I want to say is I could definitely understand wanting to help meeting and discussing things and planning things out in order to assist the world during this issue right now that's going on. However, would it make business sense? It could potentially, maybe not, bankrupt Linden Labs to give away everything for free. So I understand that, but at the same time, if you're gonna do this for, I feel like this is a dangerous topic to get into. What do you guys think? It's a dangerous topic to get into, because it's
Um,
like, oh, you're criticizing them doing something for charity.
no, I think it's more
Yeah.
of a look at what are they doing for their user base? Like you said, like I like your point earlier that you said off cam when you were talking about like how it's kind of like messed up that they wouldn't do anything for their like people that give them all their usual money, but they're like doing it to attract people to come in from the outside. Like they're not lowering some
The
prices.
problem is the problem is that it's for nonprofit. If they were lowering it for new users, because I'm trying to think of a way, I'm trying to dance around it and be delicate and answer the question, but I'm like, how the fuck do you say this without sounding like an asshole? Because it's for nonprofit. That's the thing.
What I'm trying to understand is what kind of nonprofit organization would they even have? Because I'm trying to think, what could they do as a nonprofit in Second Life?
They only have one. So they have Relay for Life. So Relay for Life is I think the one that they have now that's doing the events. I haven't been myself, but that's the one that I've seen. But other than that, I don't see any other orgs.
Guys, let me read it to you. It says, we've been getting a lot of questions lately about how Second Life can help organization events and conferences continue to safely and efficiently operate during the corona outbreak. They're helping organizations, events, and conferences outside of virtual worlds continue business as usual during the outbreak. Many individuals and organizations are being affected by this unprecedented public health crisis, and we recognize that Second Life provide an important and valuable way for people to stay in touch with their friends and coworkers amidst new social distancing protocols, mandate remote work requirements, and other precautionary measures. So there are new, deeper discount rates for educations and nonprofits. One of the things we've implemented to help in reduction is pricing to a flat 99 month per region to qualified accredited nonprofit or educational institutions. Effective immediately, this limited time price reduction is applicable to any new or added regions, including renewal or existing regions. The time to take advantage of this new offer is limited, but for those education nonprofits that qualify and take advantage of it, then the newly reduced 99-month fee will remain in place after the offer expires, as long as the organization remains current in their invoice. So you have to contact business@lindenlabs.com if you have specific questions.
Yeah, so it sounds like to me that they're going back to trying to get schools to come back into SL, and they're trying to get like those orgs to come back into SL, which we talked about earlier. But I still feel as though if you're doing that for outside orgs, you could do something to help your actual consumer base. That is your regular price. Like that is your regular people that come and spend money in SL without the discounts, or that have been in SL for 10 to 12 years.
That's what I said. Charity starts at home. So it's not even like what it's for charity, so we're not going to we're not going to like dice it up and say this charity is okay because it's helping, and this is directly helping emergency workers, whereas this is helping Motorola doesn't even exist, or Toyota or something like that. So we're not going to say what's good and what's bad. Charity is charity, right? But I do think that you have someone in SL for 12 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever amount of time, and that's been a loyal customer to you. Don't take their business for granted. It would be helpful if you didn't take their business for granted and just decided to yourself, like, listen, this person's going to pay, so it's no big deal. If you're going to offer this 99 Linden, at least maybe offer 1, 2, but then they're cutting down their profit by a third in Linden Labs, assuming that Regions is their moneymaker, because we don't know what the moneymaker is. Is it the premium membership? Is it the land? Is it the fees they get from creators and who upload things into Marketplace, and us who takes tons of pictures and the texture? Like, we don't know where their bread and butter comes from.
True, we don't, but I could also tell you that Second Life is... I always compare Second Life to the real world, in which case I say that Second Life is like the USA to me, right? It's a consumer market, so Second Life, if you ask anybody who makes themselves Second Life, it's not Second Life's advertisement. It's the creators, it's the events. Like, you don't... Please tell me, so if I'm wrong, tell me one thing that Second Life as a company has sponsored during this pandemic. Because I've seen Stay at Home, I've seen Together at Home, I've seen all that stuff, but I've not seen them do like anything company-wise. So it's literally the user base taking care of the user base. So if your user base is taking care of your user base, then you should probably do something for the people taking care of the user base. You get what I'm saying? Like, either promote it more, or like something to like show that, like, oh, okay, well, we act like to me they act like a government, which is cool. Like, I actually like the fact that SL is a free marketplace and that we have control. Like, I was talking to you yesterday about like how all of SL is determined by us. Like, whatever creators and people do is what SL is. If all of us decided, cool, we're gonna like literally just throw concerts every weekend and that's what people are going to do, then that's what SL will be. So knowing that it's that market, I still feel like there's a way for you to kind of reward the people or kind of just help out like what everybody else is doing. Like I don't know, if you don't want to give discounts, give out free Linden. Give people that don't buy Linden an opportunity to shop. Something like they're in the house, like they have no other reason but to be in the house. But it feels like you're like banking on like, oh, they're gonna play SL anyways. But now how can we pull in outside companies to come back into
I
SL?
feel the same way. Yeah, no shade, and honestly, this is not meant to be a Linden Lab bashing session, but when I saw that on the quiz, I have to be really honest, that was my first reaction. I don't even rent a sim, I just rent a tiny little parcel that I can afford because thankfully I'm still working. But when I did read that, I was like, my feelings was a little hurt, and I don't even have a sim, and I was like, wow, why not extend this courtesy or this like discount to people who have been paying you 250 linden, 350 linden for the longest time. Like they could probably use your help right now, and
Yes,
they're the two birds in your hand versus the one in the bush.
exactly.
I don't know.
No, no, I think that's a great point, honestly, and that's exactly where I was headed with that thought. Just I don't know, but kudos to all the companies out there in SL. Signature, their creator who also creates what nicotine it is, and the Together at
Rafe.
Home. Yeah, Rafe. Whoever's doing hashtag stay at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's ever doing that? Shout out to those guys for taking care of the user base, because I mean that's just what we need in SL right now. That's what I think. That's what I think we need in the world. So I definitely
Yeah.
applaud it. So let's
So
see.
what it does is that we're taking care, the community is taking care of each other. Like it's giving us something to be excited about. Together at Home was an amazing event. It was so much fun, and I really love the fact that it was for the guys, and not to just plug it because now, I blog with Signature now, and Zula, you do as well. But not to just plug it because we're blogging for it, but it was a great event. Stay at Home event is great. Trump Luell gave away a free cottage and ranch. Like Alan Torrey has been giving away tons of free stuff. Rick from Alan Torrey. There are just tons of people who have reached out and said, listen, this is what I can do to help you guys get through these rough times. This is what I can do to welcome back new users. This is what I can do to show appreciation to my customers. And guys, this is super appreciated. Like I get so excited. Synced literally gave away a 750 Linden gift card, absolutely free. You didn't have to join the group or anything. Johnny from Paragon does it every month, and he says, you know what? I do it because I know that people can't afford it. Like outside of this pandemic, people can't afford it. So, Azula, you're absolutely right. Thank you, and it's really appreciated.
No, no, thank you for your opinion. That was really nice. And June, what about you over there, ma'am? I know Mousy beats you all the time, but feel safe to to jump into this one. How do you feel about just everything we've discussed so far?
So how I feel is that I kind of agree. Like, I feel like Second Life could be doing a little bit more for the community. Like, currently, right now, and I'm not. I hope I'm not tripping. I hope this is actual. Like, I'm pretty sure this is true because when you put in $10,000 into the buy Linden money, it's currently $40 US dollars, but it used to be 33 as of just like a week ago. The price is actually going up, and I know they can't really control that. I know it's like allegedly like it's based on everything that happens in SL. But like I feel like they could be like trying to lower those costs, knowing everything that's going on right now, and they could just try to help out with sim costs and stuff like that, and just give back to the community a little bit more. So that's how I feel about that.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you again for your input, which is my favorite. So, would you guys rather talk about the fact that Sansar got deleted, or would you guys, which is still one of the quiz questions, by the way, or would you rather talk about the Second Life smartphone app coming out in 2020?
I'd rather talk about the smartphone app. What about you, Mousy?
Thank God Sansar is gone. No offense to that company, but I think that we need more. We need more people at the table working on just updating, moving us to the cloud, and our technology is updating and help us be more efficient and user friendly as possible.
Same, I agree. I did not like the whole. Well, I liked it. I saw what they were trying to do. I saw like a lot of YouTubers talking about it. and the whole like moving away from SL because of the engine problems and trying to get like Sansar probably could have gave us more developmental things, I would say. But I don't know. I like SL the way it is, honestly, with all of the bugs and quirks and my hair base disappearing problems that Mousy has when she's in the club dancing bald headed. I like it. It keeps it loose. It keeps it fun. So, but then for the mobile app, what do y'all want to see? And I'll start with you, Judy. What would you want out of a Second Life smartphone app?
Okay, so here's something that I thought about, and I thought long and hard about. Um, I think we should have mobile Linden, and here's what that means for me. I'll explain. So I So mobile linden. So let me explain what mobile linden means to me. So basically, mobile linden would be the type of linden that you can earn by playing games or by watching advertisements or doing surveys and offers. And this money will not be transferable to U.S. dollars or to real money, real life money, because then that would make it hard for them to offer that, because then people would be able to actually make actual money, and Second Life would be having trouble like keeping up with all the money that they're like dealing out and everything like that. If they kept it in the in world, just in the game, I know people don't like to reference it as a game, but keeping it inside as a world, I feel like that would really help new users who are struggling with money and everything like that. And it would make it more it would make it more competitive, because currently the top two competitors for Second Life are IMVU and Avakin Life, and they both offer those kinds of services. So if they were to go into the mobile industry, they would need to do something to actually compete with those industries, because right now they're just kind of it's a lot more expensive than the other two, based on the fact that you can actually make money in the other two apps easily.
I got what you're saying. So like, I know a lot of games I play use real life currency, and then they have like a in-game currency that they give out. I just don't know how that would affect creators. Like,
Mm.
maybe if the currency was like earned, and then once you spent it, it became regular lending. If you get what I'm saying, like you could earn it and you couldn't cash it in as regular cash, but if you went shopping, then the creator would get regular lending. Kind of like how the gift card system is. Like lend, yeah. So why not just make it as a way for like Linden Labs to like gift you, well not gift you, but you like earn Linden from Linden
All
Labs,
right.
and then
Yeah.
yeah, because I would like I like the idea, but I just don't know how creators would take it, because if I get a currency that I can't like actually turn into real money, then what's the incentive for them to keep creating items?
True.
What about you over there?
With your idea, so are you saying that the lindens could be earned on mobile, but in say IMVU, can you use the mobile lindens in real world or the mobile credits in the IMVU world? You pay a creator, but and the creator can cash out and get actual money with it.
So how it works in IMVU is that they have featured creators, and so the featured creators like get like a certain amount of money each month, just based on like how much content they're creating and stuff like that. And that's how they make money. They don't actually make money per sell, I'm pretty sure, in IMVU. So that's how they handle it in IMVU. But I'm not sure, because that would be a big switch over if we were to do that in Second Life. So I understand that. I was thinking, yeah, maybe along the lines of like a gift card, like we are earning money, and like maybe it doesn't even have to be constricted only ball use. Maybe it could be, just fact that they are having advertisements and they're getting money for that. So why not just actually give the money back? So that could be another option as well.
There is a system in place. I've never used it. I don't have the patience for it, but I know that there's a system in place. When I was very new SL, like someone showed me like these kiosks. You could sign up and take surveys and watch movies, and it's also at employment centers and things like that, so you could earn Linden.
Okay.
There's something like that that exists, similar to what you're suggesting. And so I guess the question would be with wrote it down, SL smartphone app. What's different from say Lumia or any other app?
Well, I think this is like a Second Life viewer, like how Second Life made their Second Life viewer. Because I don't think they made the Lumia app. Like I think it just worked. But I think if Second Life develops an actual app, then that'll just like maybe their app won't be the one you use, but maybe like they'll like Firestorm or like what's the other viewer, Black Dragon or something like that. Maybe those guys will like follow Q and like also make an app as well. So then you'll have like mobile phone apps and viewers that you can use. I just don't know. Like I said in the last podcast, I don't know how you would. If my computer can barely run SL, I don't know how I could make my phone run SL. That's the only thing.
I guess, you know, if I were on lunch break or something and I wanted to just jump on SL on an app and do some things like maybe talk to people in the group, kind of the features that we have on Lumia, I really appreciate that, where you can instant message with people, you can talk to people in a group, you have the ability to teleport. But I just want to be able to look around in 3D view and actually walk and see what I'm doing and not be so restricted and stand in one place. I think that's a good start for now, and then we could build upon that.
Do you think that's reasonable?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we have everything done with the exception of the 3D view, which hasn't been updated. I don't know how long Lumia's been out, but I'm just suggesting an update on it. But it looks like they're creating something from scratch.
Definitely will.
So hopefully it'll have everything Lumia has and more. I can't imagine what else we could possibly be on there as of now. You can make payments, you can make transactions. I mean, everything that you can do in SL, you could pretty much do in Lumia with the option of without, with the exception of navigate the world. That's the only thing you can't do. So if we have the ability to navigate the world from our phones, that would be amazing.
I agree. I would definitely buy into that. I think all I want out of a mobile app is, and I'm gonna sound super basic compared to y'all. I just want a better message. Like I don't even need to be able to see the world. I don't need to be able to change my clothes. I don't need to be able to go anywhere. All I want is a Second Life messenger. If I can just message
Lumia,
people,
you could do that, but unfortunately, it's for Androids only. But you can message people, you could send note cards, you could join groups, you could leave groups, you could pay people, you could do all of that stuff. The thing is, when you log on to 3D View, it's a shadowy version of yourself, and it takes a little while to load. Sometimes you could see a single image, and it's really hard to use the arrow button to walk forward and backwards and things. But I've actually used Lumia to go shopping as well at certain places. It was a chore, but I did do it.
wow. Well, you can no longer download Lumia though, right? Like that shit's gone.
Yeah, no. Once everyone keeps telling me, don't remove it from your phone because once you do that, it's over.
Yeah, true. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to wait on the Second Life 2020 app. But on that note, I would like to give a little small plug. So if I didn't make it easy enough for people to know earlier, that whole virtual fame app that we're using for this quiz and it's like the whole social media thing is virtualfame.sl on IG. And you literally just go follow the page and then you'd go download amino apps and then you just look for them in world and definitely come join us. They do link ups, they do exclusive events, stuff like that. So it's really fun. So definitely go check that out. And then lastly, because I'm pretty sure we're at our maybe like 40-minute mark, so I don't want to keep you guys forever. I know Junie has a wonderful job that she's gonna tell us about this episode at the end. I'm not gonna let you get up out of that one, Junie, with your RP. And oh, there goes that laugh. Now all I need is that huh, and we'll be good. But so what is your pandemic response? Like, what do you see for your SL? I'll make it super specific. How is SL gonna be effective for you after shit opens back up? Like, I know Mousy, I know you making videos for your subbies like every day. Like, it's so bad that your son knows like what you say in your videos. Like, your son could probably do your intro right now and your outro, to be honest. And then
That's
Julie,
my intro.
Yeah, he
So
knows that intro. If y'all haven't heard Mousy's son do the intro, y'all need to comment that he needs to do the intro because y'all need to hear that. And then June, when she go back to work and school and all, like how are you guys gonna be affected?
Yeah. So, oh yeah, sure. So I think hopefully the job that I was offered when before all this started, I'll be being able to accept that job again. When that starts up, I won't be able to make as many videos for SL, and I won't be able to spend as much time at SL as well. And also, I'll be attending school as well. So instead of doing online classes where I can kind of do it on my own time, I'll have to actually go to actual class and like schedule that in. So then I won't have as much time to spend in SL as well. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to affect my SL life after the pandemic. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pass it off to Mousy.
first of all, I hope that this podcast didn't sound too much of a bashing of Second Life because I love Second Life. I joined Second Life after I going through an extremely difficult divorce. I was divorcing for about a year, and I spent a shitload of money, upwards of $20,000, if not more. And I just watched my savings dwindle, and it was a really hard time for me. And on top of it, I was working a job where I was working, I don't know, like 12, 14 hours a day, and it was extremely stressful. And Second Life was my savior. And the people that I met on here, I absolutely loved them. I had so much fun. And sometimes your friend group changes because people get married, they move, they change jobs. Like their life situation changes, so your friend group changes. But I've been lucky enough to meet some really great people and learn a lot from people in SL. So this pandemic is no different. For me, SL has been a place where I can like log in, I could go dancing, I could hang out with you guys, I could have tons of fun, I could see friends and explore and experience new things. We went to a masquerade ball the other day, and we went furniture shopping the day before. We did so many things that we cannot do in real life right now. And so SL is great for that. So I don't want anyone to feel like it's a SL bashing session. And also without SL, I would not have my YouTube channel, which I've grown immensely from. So thank you guys so much for that. And SL has given me a creative outlet because I love making those YouTube videos. Some people are like, oh, you're going to be burnt out. Absolutely not. I don't edit. I just jump on the mic. I start talking. As you guys can see, I love to talk. So it's a non-issue. So when I get back to work, I may not be able to make as many videos because life is going to get really busy for me again. And so that makes me a little bit sad. But I'll try my best to maybe do 2, maybe 3 videos, or even if I could one a day, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. What about you, Zula? Sorry that was so long.
Oh no, trust me, Mousy. We all love the fact that you're long-winded. Do not apologize for your bubbly personality. Me and
Oh,
Mal, my bad. Me and June need that in our lives because you already know I'm laid back
Yeah.
as fuck, and y'all need to change names because June is definitely a mouse over there, but she's our favorite mouse.
no.
But it's okay because she's gonna talk for us in just a few. But for me,
Okay.
second, it's gonna be the same for me. Like I work, I'm in the military, I'm in Japan, so my time zone, like I can still produce my video a day. I don't know if I will still be doing my video a day challenge. I'm pretty sure that was for 30 days, and I think we're coming up on 30 days. I think I'm gonna try to get into more of a groove now. Maybe drop like 3 videos a week. Nah, that's not enough. 4 to 5 videos a week. I kind of want to have like a day between to like market better. Like I'm trying to market videos better and advertise better, and I'm trying to make it more of a schedule instead of like just me being up 24 hours a day, like trapping with no lights on in my little gamer chair that just broke. But I'm trying to normalize my life right now. But definitely, I think it'll just affect me, and so I won't be able to post like 2 or 3 videos in one day. It'll be more like a video every other day, or like a video every 2 to 3 days. That's where I'll be at once this is over with. But in that, since I won't be dropping as many videos, I'll have a higher quality of videos, more time to edit, stuff like that. So hopefully, I just get better because I've definitely learned. I've learned how to make clothes on SL over this time. I've learned how to edit videos. I've learned about copyright. I've learned about making thumbnails, where to get music. So I've learned a bunch of skills to make myself more efficient in the future. So hopefully it stays like that going forward. And yeah, that'll be me for going forward.
So what do you think Linden Labs is doing right? I think that we had some criticism or opinions that may not have been aligned with the vision of whoever are the decision makers there, and we don't have the full picture, guys. So please keep in mind this is just our opinions. It doesn't make it fact. It's just as lay people with limited information or the information that we all have access to at the tips of our fingers. What decisions have you really enjoyed from Linden Labs thus far, or that impacts your gameplay or platform positively?
I like everything about Linden Labs. To be honest, I love Second Life. I honestly, I don't blame Linden Labs for anything. Me being honest, I think that Linden Labs does everything they have to do. I think Linden
Mhm.
Labs has made a replica of the real world in which its consumers drive where everything goes. Like I don't like if Linden Labs showcased more stuff that I was interested in, then I'd be happier from a marketing perspective. But from a gameplay perspective, you just have to seek it out. But it's there. Like we have the ability to make Second Life whatever it is. That's why I always get like upset a little bit when we like talk about like, well, that's not the norm. That's not what everybody's doing. Because I don't think what everybody's doing is gonna like actually be the truth in like 10 more years of SL. Like I feel like everything is just like the real world. Like shit changes every day. And I think if people stay in the mindset of, well, this is what we do in SL, this is the norm, this is the only way you can make money, this is the only way you could, make something profitable, you have to do this. I don't think that's real because SL is literally just the real world. It's because it's the real world people, and Linden Labs gives us the ability to do almost anything, right? So if I decide, no, I want to do this because this works in real life, it could work in SL. So for me, I don't look for anything for Linden Labs, so I don't really have any beef with them. I would just like more support of SL, which I think they're gonna give us now that they got rid of Sansar. So the best thing SL did for me was get rid of Sansar. Easy. Thank you.
I second that. I second that. I agree with everything that you said. It's just a mirror of the real world, and just like life is cyclical, so is SL. So there's no way to stick to any trend or any specific thing, but it really does feel like world is at our fingertips. Not to sound corny, but like at least the virtual world is at our fingertips, and we could literally do anything. You do anything here. How about you, Junie? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up off of that. What I was gonna say is that I think Second Life makes it really easy to accomplish your goals and your dreams that may be a little bit harder to accomplish in the real life, in the real world. I feel like, let's say you want to open a business and you want to start making money. That's like so easy to do here in Second Life. They make the way that it's set up, it just makes it so available for everyone, accessible for everyone. You don't have to go out and buy like a building. You don't have to get an LLC or a sole proprietorship. Like you don't have to do any of that, and you can still make just as much money as a real world business would make. So I think that's really amazing.
Yeah.
Nice. And now is my favorite segment of the show. So Junie, tell us about this role play you've gotten into over at Woodcrest.
Okay, so I enrolled in Woodcrest University, and I've been loving it ever since. I recommend that you guys join Woodcrest. It's so much fun. So I've gotten into a few things here. One of the things that I've gotten into is a sorority, and I'm actually going after this podcast to go meet with my soror sisters for a meeting. And then I also have a job at Siren's Gentlemen's Club. Yes, I am a dancer, and I'll be dancing at the Siren's Gentlemen's Club, role playing and having fun. So yeah, it's really fun at the Woodcrest, over at Woodcrest University. I hope you guys check it out for sure. At least check it out because it's so much fun.
And I know RP is new for you. Like I actually like the emoting and the RP shit, but what's been challenging for you RPing so far?
I think the thing that's been the most challenging is just like coming up with things to say. Like I don't know, like when I'm writing a book, because I'm writing a book currently. Like when I'm writing my thing that I have the trouble with is just like coming up with content, and I feel like it's hard to like come up with something that's like not catchy, but something that's kind of like interesting. There's something that people will want to listen to, something people will want to read. So I think that's the most complicated thing about that. I think learning the rules and everything is kind of simple. It's kind of easy to learn, but just coming up with that content, it can be a little bit difficult at times.
Hmm. I agree. I think the hardest
Hey,
part about RPing
yeah.
for me is not typing, like not overpowering. I had to learn to not overpower and to just like let scenes play out and to just like give people time to have feedback. But how do you like it, Mousy? You over there in Woodcrest too? They can catch teenage Mousy at Woodcrest.
Oh no, I'm there more to hang out with June because this is who she always is. I have my. I don't really. I don't role play outside of a touch my sister's arm to see how she's doing. Like I just kind of support June in her role play because uh, I am. I don't think I'm a good role player, but I would love to learn more of the rules and learn how to transition beyond the introduction and how to build a story. I'm on the same page with June there.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us again another episode of the SL Nameless Podcast with your boy Zula Landgraab, June Pixel, Chick Simmer, and Mousy the Ultimate Clout Chaser. And do you guys have any outros for us before we go? Any plugs?
Hi guys, have a nice day. That's it.
Hi, Pixel friends.
Cool. And I got a plug. So all of you people that we shouted out, because we shouted out hella people. We shouted out Rick. We shouted out SL Fame. We shouted out Together at Home, Stay at Home. We shouted out goddamn Signature. Am I missing any shout outs? Woodcrest. Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think
you
I'm missing.
got it all.
Cool. Yeah, I do think I got it all. Yeah, we shouted all of y'all out in this video, so I'm gonna definitely make sure I send y'all this link. So definitely put that link out, share it to the world. Let's make a conversation, and let's make SL great again, 2020. And that's it for episode 3 of the SL Nameless podcast.